Hello and welcome to this week's angling blog. This week you join me on the banks of Wrinehill and we're in search of silvers on the Waggler. You join me on the bank with Gary and Mitzi and we're going to be fishing together today on the same peg, having a bit of a social but trying to catch a couple of silvers. So this is my first ever visit to Wrinehill and what a beautiful little piece of water it is. It's on the Lymm Anglers ticket and predominantly from what I've seen it is seen as a carp water, but heard a couple of rumours about silver fishing, and arriving on the venue there's plenty of fish topping, so I can't wait to make a start. Let's take a look at the swim, the setup and how we're going to approach it. There's the box where we're going to be sat today and we'll go over the side tray in a minute. Looking out, we've got a good marker with the island. If you look down there it's a bit of a bay and then it opens up into the main body of the lake. Here's the silvers we're here for today. You see there's plenty topping on the right hand side of the swim and there's a bit of bubble in there. I put a bit of hemp in at the start. We've got a nice margin down there that's about 2-3 foot deep and then it deepens out, and just where them bubbles are there we're fishing round about there in about probably 5, 6, 7 foot of water. It's not too deep at all. Nice manageable depth. So targeting silvers today I've gone with a simple approach. We've got some of the hinders supercharged, we've got plenty of casters, the hinders hemp, about 2 pints of maggot, we've got some corn, and we've got some worms underneath the box if we need them. So we've got all manner of baits to go at. And so we're going to be fishing the Waggler out there, catapulting bait out. Looking at the venue, there's loads topping. I think the challenge today is going to be getting that bait down on the bottom. So my setup for today is my 13 foot Amiga rod, 2500 cordon switch reel, and on there I've got 6 pound line. That is down to one of the Visi Wags in 2.5 gram. Got it held in place with a couple of float stops and a running bead. We've got 3 number 6 Dinsmore weights to hold it in place, just to cock the float down. And that's down to a 3 pound hook link, 1 number 6 dropper. And we're going to start nice and small on a size 20 hook. Going to start off on a single maggot. It's a nice bait just to get an idea of what's in the swim. Just going to feed some casters over the top. Over a nice area, so you're coming up on the shelf and down. There's a fish on straight away. There's the beauty of them Visi Wags. If you're getting fish on the drop, you can just tell if that float doesn't settle. It's a nice little roach. So we're going to have a busy day if it's full of them. Go straight back out there, again on a maggot. So I'm just going to feed really heavy with the hemp over an area. And we're getting lots of knocks on the float, suggesting there's a lot of fish up in the water. But they are only small. Keep feeding those casters nice and positively over the top. You see there's another bite. Not much difference in the stamp. Little small roach. And already I'm just increasing the amount of hemp that I'm putting into the swim. So far that's the best fish of the morning. So just drop the rod in the edge. Just going to feed a nice pouch of them casters. Nice pouch of hemp. Just dropped a bit of corn in the edge again, and there's a roach on it straight away, and that's on a piece of corn held in the edge. I'll have a very good day's fishing if it carries on and Gary's having a good laugh. Because at the moment I can't actually get me bait over the swim. There we go, that's the first better quality fish of the day coming on that corn, just in them lower layers where I hope the better quality fish would be. So although it's not a massive roach, a really good sign. Where there's one, there'll be more of this year class, and it proves that there is better quality out there. Just a case of keeping that bait going in over the top, you know, keeping on feeding, drawing them fish up, casting over the top, past your bait, and then reeling it into that area. And there we go. It really is just a bite of chuck. It's fish of all sizes, but if your type of fishing is silver fishing, have a very good day's fishing. And it wouldn't be a Danny's Angling blog in 2023 without a bit of rain. Really is a bite of chuck with some better quality roach like you can see on screen now. And with the rain coming down still, we're just into a slightly better one. Just fishing shallow on that corn. We've seen plenty of activity today from Mr. Pike and Mr. Perch. So it's no shock that these fish have got such quality. Sometimes it's very hard to put into perspective how good the fishing is. You see fish topping out there, and as Gary is my witness.
I'm going to tell a story now, right? This place is that good, you don't even have to put bait in the water or even on your hook. And Danny now is going to show you exactly how to do it.
So as Gary is my witness, that is a bare hook, a size 12 for me, bit of a shark hook. We'll pop the GoPro on and we'll cast it out. Let's get it out there, cast it into the swim. And there we go, on a bare hook. And as Gary's my witness, he just did it, didn't we? And there we go. And as we are beginning to get more into the session, you know, the average quality of fish is going up, and that's a lovely roach just coming on the Waggler, that piece of corn, and just firing those maggots and that hemp over the top. What a lovely roach that is on the Waggler. The quality is really improving now, and we're getting some of these better quality ones just showing on that line. So I was just bringing in one of the better roach of the day, and as you can see there, I don't know if you can see it under the water, Mr. Pike has grabbed him. And experience tells me they normally let go, but yeah, he's only got it across the side, so we're definitely not going to get Mr. Pike in, but yeah, we can try and tease him up to the top and have a look at him. He ain't very big. There you go, he's let go. I did think with the way it had grabbed it, we won't get him in, or he's come back. And yeah, I'll try and get him in this time because he's had a bit of a fright, but you've seen him swirl again for the third time behind it. So you can see there where the pike's damaged the fish. And yeah, he'll live to tell the tale, but he'll carry the battle scars most definitely. It'll be a quick blog entry because the rain's coming down again. You can see the black skies are coming in. And out there somewhere is Mr. Pike going hungry. But I'm sure he'll be back. So tell me it's the weekend without telling me it's the weekend. I'll go first. When is it going to be nice of a weekend? Absolutely belting down. But I guess the fish don't mind because they're wet anyway. And there's no rain today, going to dampen our spirits. Out on the bank with a good friend, catching fish. Feeding wise, I'm being really positive with the feeding. You know, feeding a good pouch of hemp or maggot and caster every cast out. So at the start we said today is all about learning, and that's how I treat new sessions on venues. Today we've learned that there's rudd in here, there's a good population of roach, there's Mr. Pike, there's Mr. Perch about because we've seen him chasing, and just gonna have a bit of a change now with the tactics. We know we can catch them on the drop. I'm just gonna see if I can bulk that shot down if there's anything on the bottom, and just deepening up some of these lovely plump roach. By moving a bit deeper, we've definitely been getting into some better quality fish. Gary's into one there as well, a much better one. It's been great fun on the top, and I think Gary's got a little pike actually. How you doing, mate?
I just got a pike.
But yeah, it has been a fun day in the rain, catching roach. I'm watching Gary get bit off by pike. A little change of tactics and feeding that swim all day and just dropping down on them bottom layers. There's some better quality roach now coming as the session goes on. So the session does come to an end there now, and as you can see on screen, we've had plenty of bites today on what has been a really enjoyable day's fishing on the banks of Wrinehill. Today really has felt like the seasons are changing as well. We're moving towards the end of August now. The pike were very active, and that's got my mind thinking about the adventures for pike to come. I really do hope you have enjoyed this week's video. If you have, please leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and all that remains is to wish you all tight lines in your own fishing, and we'll catch you all next week. Sightlines.